Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platter. As always, powered by coffee each and every time. Mick, you've gotten your first place on the rightful throne. I hope everybody's doing very well. I decided I thought I'd have this a little earlier than the last one, only because I'm kind of, it's been a week and it's only Tuesday, right? Nick, how you doing? How you doing? I don't know if you're working or not, but if you want to come up in a little bit, I'll put the invite up in a few minutes. But like I said, already almost half a dozen people in the first minute. I love you guys. I got some of the best audiences in the whole. Oh, this is too good. I like this one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not the lead singer of the Doors. It's not the Smiths. It's both. It's Jim Morrissey. You guys kill me with your creativity on this stuff. Oh boy. Jim Morrissey, ladies and gentlemen, coming never to a venue near you. Anyways, of course, we'll explain in a little while. Some of it is pretty obvious in the title, but Radioactive Ghost in the Machine. ... Rest in peace, Sly, because we're going to talk about that. Yes, and do a little Sly Stone tribute. Dead at the age of 82. We'll start that in a couple minutes here. In my got note, I do want to say thank you very much. Like I said, I've got the best audience in the land in YouTube. I don't care what anybody says out there, It just figures that that I decided to have an episode, and Rachel decided to be on right within like 10-15 minutes afterwards. I'm like, dang it. But you know what? That's all good. Cool. I'm leaving work in about 15 minutes. So I make it home in the next hour. So wonderful. That would absolutely be wonderful. Of course, be completely welcomed on that. I want to thank a couple of the new subs that we've gotten. The only one that's come up in the system, Nicktronic. That's right, Nicktronic. Thank you for being in the Psychoplatter Network. And I hope, my goal is to educate and entertain, which we have done now for over 900 plus episodes of this channel. Can you believe that? Over 900 episodes. Nobody can go off and say that there's not enough content on this show. That is for sure. Satan, of course, is joined in. He says, "Hey, Paul." Well, there's Satan now, all right. I was briefly over on Jason's video chat last night, briefly actually, talking a bunch of good stuff. But him and I even stopped in. Boy, I'll tell you, Sarah Raging Tomato with a strange topic about pornography. Oh boy. I swear the idiot bus stops for field trips to the shop sometimes. Yes, I think that goes anywhere in the U.S. of A. and worldwide. That's right. Hey. So, like I said, thanks Nicktronic and the handful of subs that have gone off and subscribed to Psycho's Platters. Before we get into the musical revelry and shenanigans, I miss Shannon. I've been thinking about her all day today, on and off. Okay, now I finally got a little bit of an understanding about this Purple Crown stuff, okay? And this is something that YouTube started. I cannot see it, but if obviously you guys can, all right? And even in the replay, you guys can. What it is I guess, is how much engagement with the channel you do. I don't recall starting any of this type of stuff, okay? This could be a thing that YouTube decided to do, or maybe I did start this and not realize it. But that is what the whole crown thing is. The crown is down, ladies and gentlemen. Purple crown, just like Crown Royal. That sounds good to me. Oh, good. Well, there you go then. And goodly to see you too over in Australia. Yes, indeed, all the way from over there. Yes, that's right. Oh boy, you, 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 you people or something else. I said you people. Now we got Tenacious D. You guys are killing me today. But you know what? I needed the laughs. Rest in peace. Yes, we're gonna talk about that shortly. Yes, yes, yes. This is actually my second crown of the day. I had a Whopper for lunch. And you know what? I love BK. BK is good. And you shouldn't have to worry down there in hell. Everything's flame broiled. Burger King and I. Flame broiled. I don't know, gang. I just don't know. So I want to put out, and I've got the go ahead to mention this, okay? That I'm requesting prayers, okay? Um, uh, okay, prayers for Beetle Babe, all right? I'll get this right. I will. She does have a cancer prognosis, but the cancer that she has currently, there is a high success rate of beating it. Okay, so prayers of healing, prayers of love, prayers of health out to Jen. Okay, please. That's the one thing. Yeah, it's a YouTube thing. I've seen it on other channels too. Yeah. Well, that's just fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. Didn't they have some lady called the Kielbasa Queen? She used to be on Howard Stern. Okay, that's fair. Thank you. So, like I said, prayers to Beetle Babe, and then also, please, I'm prayers for myself as well. I've been dealing with some intestinal issues. Okay, um, I went and got seen yesterday. We ran some blood work. Um, Tomorrow I've got to go do like a colon guard test, and then you know, there's a possible chance that there could be upper intestinal bleeding, or if that's not the case, I am due for colonoscopy. It turns out, so one or the other, I'm going to end up having that again, and I'm not nervous about that. I've actually had 3 of them before, so but please pray as well that everything kind of comes out about that. Um, yes, yes, yes. I'm not going to explain any more than that, and I'm not from. I don't know anybody that would really do that. I'm not, for myself, for example. I'm not trying to get sympathy or attention. I just would like prayers. I do believe in the power of prayer. I think that it works. Um, in fact, not only is it a great 38 special title, but in the Bible, it actually talks about strength in numbers, and that actually does apply to prayer as well. And so that's why I've mentioned what I've mentioned. So hopefully it's nothing, but I guess unexpectedly, I now realize that I'm going to get a colonoscopy minimum out of this anyway. But my test results, like one of them dropped, I guess, shortly before I came on here, and then the The other one will probably be later in the week. I pray every morning and night. The power of prayer absolutely works, and it does. It does. I I I know I've seen that face before, but I'm not sure where. Hey Paul, I got a new number. I'd like to perform "Into the Night" by Benny Mardones. Fact. Some true, Nick. Anyways, I'd like to appreciate the people. I got almost 20 people now in here, and that's great. So, with all of the business out of the way, okay. Um, hey Trish, how are you doing? Good to see you here too. David Jones played my grandson on Coronation Street when he was. You know what? I think I saw a clip of of the Coronation Street thing on YouTube, if I remember correctly. That was so long ago. I miss Davey. I miss all of them. All right. So basically, as we brought up, we'll start this part first. Rest in peace, Sly Stone, aka Sylvester Stewart. Um, he was in music since the mid '50s. Okay, and oh boy, just a lot of things from like the '80s on with him. But you know what? In a way, I think that he got a happy ending, so to speak. I know that there's a story I remember reading at one point in the last few years of his life where he was living in a van. Was it down by a river? I don't know. But he was living in a van, and somebody was looking for him because there was a couple $1 million check for Mr. Stone. So at least I'm glad that he got through that. He's the godfather of funk. We're going to start out things a little bit here. He started out briefly in gospel. Okay. Yeah, in gospel in the early 50s. And most of his family was in that band back then, but I tried looking for that and didn't have very much luck. So we're going to go to the next thing. 1961, 1962, he had a band called Sly and the Viscanes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which was doo-wop. And we're going to, so like I said, 1961, 62, that you can get on vinyl. A couple of years ago, they did do a nice collection of all of those sides. But for you, we're going to play Since You've Been Gone, not to be confused with, of course, the Rainbow/Head East song. Okay? Listen to this. Anyways, so like I said, Sly and the Viscanes, 1961 to 62. After that, he did do radio DJing. He also performed keyboards for many different acts that went through the area. Freddie Cannon, Chubby Checker, just to name a few. He did a couple of the twist parties, if you will. And oh, good. Hello there. Always good to see you, my good man. See, I was hoping maybe like on a Tuesday night that at least I could go off and here comes Ron, and see, I was right.
Yeah, there you go. I'm usually off Tuesdays anyway, so.
Yeah. My dad sadly passed away recently. He left us an impressive record collection. My brother managed to claim most of it. Oh, well, I'm sorry about your dad, and hopefully there was no fights between the two of you for the impressive record collection. Mm-hmm. See, because I mean, there's a lot of musical memories, about when I don't, a couple of my kids would be interested in some of the vinyl that I've kept, but some of the rest would be like, eh. Ron Haggerty, how are you?
Hey, doing good, Bill. Doing good. Yeah, my daughters would probably I don't actually. My youngest would probably enjoy my collection more than any of the other kids would. So
See, that's cool. Now, which one likes the Saxon?
Carrie, she's the youngest. She
Hey, hey.
she's gone to see Striper with me 7 times. She's gone to see Overkill with me. So yeah, she's got a couple shows.
Nice. That is totally awesome. How about, since we got you up here, after these next two, we'll play the little game that I like to play around this place. I think you know where I'm going on this. But for this next one, we jumped to 1969. I love this song. I remember listening to it on the radio when I was a kid, oldies radio, whatever. I always loved this song. And of course, that would happen to be Sly and the Family Stone, 1969. And it would be Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again. I just like the way the whole thing goes. Okay. Anyways, from 69, Paul is online right now. Fact. Yes, that's right. Absolutely right. It is live. It is not Memorex. Even you can be accused of doing the same thing, shitty. Okay. I don't know. Am I the shitty in this one? I don't know what I might have done. I give up anymore. Listen, I think the fact of the matter is you kind of slightly boo-booed in regards to something. That's all I'm going to say. Wyoming Deep in the House fact, that's right. Orange Glow revitalizes your wood and restores its natural luster. It even covers those annoying nicks and scratches. But will it cover the Stevie nicks and scratches? That's what we want. When you call yours, a 32-ounce bottle of our Orange Glow, you can mix it with vodka. Makes an interesting drink. 2 canisters of our brand new polishing cloths, all for just $19.99. Oy vey, where is my phone? But call right now and we'll include a bottle of our amazing wood flux. It's absolutely free. It also can be used as a dessert topping. If you remember that old SNL thing, it cleans and protects your wood floors in one easy step, restoring the natural luster. Wyoming takes else. This is just too much. But you gotta call now. Operators are standing by. And if you order in the next 10 minutes, you get this accidental, it's Ginsu knives, but they screwed up at the plant, so they really say Unzig. I know, that's dumb. How's the sausage and cereal? Yes. But wait, there's more. Hey, Mike, how you doing? If you call, that's right. Now we'll double your order. Just pay for shipping and handling. They always say that, too, in the little thing. Okay, now, before I forget, firstly, I like the Derringer.
Yeah, well, we lost him last week, so
I
pull out the Derringer.
And
that's actually my favorite album of his. So
I came across that copy of that in the last week, but unfortunately stomped on by an elephant, or else I would have grabbed it.
Yeah, no, this is in pretty good shape. Not too bad. Look at that.
I think I played something off of that one, and it was really, really good.
On the Blue Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
I like that label.
Rick,
I got a few more. It was really nice to find out that he became a born-again Christian in the late 90s, 1997.
Yes. He says he admitted, I guess, in an interview, he goes, of course I'm a Jesus freak. Yeah. And I'm like, hallelujah.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, Ron, not much. I got a new webcam.
It looks good.
It's clearer,
I think it's the same kind Paul has. It's old.
So was it this one?
Yep, it looks exactly like. Yep, that's the one I bought. Yeah.
Good man, Charlie Brown. I picked up a scratch yet great sounding copy of Sly and the Family Stone Graces, and that's, you know what, that's pretty good. I had a copy a long time ago, along with There's a Riot Going On, but I didn't have anything else from Sly. I do. Is that the lotto number for today? I do not know. So okay, well, even though you showed that. Here's what we're doing, kids. Kindly show me. Pull 3 things. Yes.
Yeah, go around.
Wherever in that whole vast collection. Just 3 LPs out of the
This is
blue.
my
I love when he does this. New from Walmart.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes a great Christmas gift.
All right, 2.
Giles Martin. Can't wait for the deluxe representation. Well, I'm gonna say yes.
And
I
3.
bet you will. Yay!
All right, let's see what I pulled. I think I know this one. Oh yeah, I might know this one. It's the Alan Parsons Project.
Oh, cool.
This is a little bit
Vulture.
later.
Yes.
This
Is
is
that
like
the one? Is that the one with let's talk about me?
Yeah.
Is that the one that's off there? Yeah. I love Parsons, and they shall call it the Alan Parsons Project.
Yes, I enjoy. I nothing beats their first album, but I like everything after too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Oh, here's a pretty common one. Diver Down.
Sure.
Not one of my favorite Van Halen albums, but there's some pretty good stuff on there.
I agree with you on that. It's have you ever read the behind the scenes kind of story about all of that for that particular album?
It was kind of the album that they realized that kind of the split was starting to take place at that point. Dave wanted to do all these covers, and Eddie didn't want to do any covers, and and that wound up being an album almost full of covers. It was all but 4 songs or covers on there. I think I might have actually pulled this band before, but a different album. JoJo Gunn.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, Jay Ferguson.
Yeah, Spirit Offshoot. Yes.
Always with the shirt off, right? With the mustache and shirt off.
Yeah.
But we got the mustaches in full bloom there. I do like the old Asylum label.
Definitely.
Kind of before they joined forces with Elektra.
Tenacious D.
Yeah, I don't know who this is, but I'm like, oh boy. They're coming out tonight. I don't care. I really don't care.
I don't think Melody imitates himself. That's all.
Yeah, the whole Diver Down thing for VH, though, I remember something about all they were going to do was a stopgap single of Pretty Woman. That was the original intention. Everybody was behind that because they're like, okay, good, we'll go take a break after that, because they were even talking about like at least 6 months, and none of that happened. And I'm like, no wonder why by 1984, I'm surprised we even got that album. I'm really honestly.
Hey, Oberheim shot.
JoJo Gunn, Run. That's right.
That's their only top 40 hit.
And of course, if you've ever seen the album cover, Jumpin' the Gun. Oh,
I've seen that.
Oh boy, she kind of looks like my ex-wife. Ooh.
Oh boy! Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so I about a month ago we did on the GTR Rock Realm we did a video of our worst album covers ever. It's one of the most fun videos
I watched a little of that round.
You did that? You did?
I did.
Well, this was actually one of the ones I pulled, and it wasn't so much the album. Shall I show the back cover?
Yeah, 'cause I don't think really anything really.
Yeah, it's nothing really like.
Yeah, it's like, oh boy, yeah.
What are they looking at? Oh.
Yep, she jumped the gun.
Only I won't show the inside cover because that's a little offensive. But
yeah, I remember that. Yeah. The things they could do in the 70s.
Yeah. So I have this one too. It's a little bit later. So where's the show?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I've played this one yet. Believe it or not. Yeah, this is 74. So this is a little bit after these.
I think that probably was the last one too, because after that, Spirit kind of came back together again.
Oh, that's right. I had totally forgotten that was guys from Spirit.
I did not remember that Spirit got together.
I love Spirit too. I've got a few of their albums as well.
I'm telling you. Anyways, thank you for showing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you happen to? Oh, okay.
I'm still here. I'm still
Do
here.
do you happen to have any stuff that you picked up in the last week?
Me or Dave?
Talking to me.
Dave, this time.
I came across some more jazz albums.
Grab a couple.
Always. There you go. All right.
Everybody gets equal time here.
There you go.
There's another big rummy cell over in Lander, Wyoming, with had a shitload of records. Pete Jolly Trio. He's a jazz pianist.
Hang on.
At least his camera focus is better than the other one.
Yeah, no kidding. He was jolly when he made that album.
Yeah.
He looks so serious, Pete does.
This was on the...
He almost looks a little like Frank Burns, Larry Lindenberg.
You don't see Ralph and Ava records from the 60s.
Okay, now Ava Records, if I remember correctly, I don't know if I'm going to get this right. Frank created Ava Records for Ava Gardner.
Frank Sinatra, really?
Uh-huh.
I never heard that story. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, that's how it goes. I could be wrong on this, but...
I didn't heard that.
Oh, Stan Kenton.
Yeah,
All right, enough of this. Enough of that, please. I'm not dealing with that nonsense today. He looks a little sedated
out of the back
on that cover. You know, I can't deal with that.
Mo Kaufman, the jazz. Fluid distance from other instruments.
Where's Curly and Larry?
That's not him, of course, but yeah.
And look at her, though. She's like, she looks, I can't tell if she's like bored or she's sitting here going, oh, he's got sex appeal. Oh, that was horrible.
I think Mo Kaufman's might be.
That's funny that Satan is saying, let's keep it PG.
Right?
Jeez.
It's my troubled brother, William. Some of us have family in the room.
But you never heard this guy?
This is true. Ruglomania. Yeah.
He's a jazz band.
It didn't catch on due to the Center of Disease Control really thought that was a new disease at the time. And I got a case of the Ruglomania.
George Sheeran Bossa Nova.
Oh, there you go, from KOVE.
Oh, there's a promotional.
There's nothing wrong with that. I know all the radio stations used to do that. They'd stick their...
I know that, yeah. But the inside label is a regular capital. It's not promo, it's just outside.
I've seen Rachel's broadcast.
Yeah, I've seen Rachel's too. Yeah,
and but not after the fact though. I didn't get to see it live. And then I saw a little bit of the beginning of Williams, but unfortunately, my computer kind of went out of power, so I didn't get to watch anything past the first few minutes. Oh, look at that!
Another cover version of the Peter Gunn. I haven't listened to this one yet, but. Had some jazz. I think that's Conti Candole on the back. It's on Dot Records.
Okay.
Here's jazz and Irish. Cleo Lane and Jamie Galloway from 1980.
Oh boy. Yeah, I've heard of those two. I just didn't know they did an album together.
At least one anyway.
But wait, there's more. They do a trio with Richard Clayderman. Oh my God. They tried to get Zamfir the Magic Flute, but he was busy that day.
These jazz albums I came across at the States on Lander Memorial Day weekend. Charlie Bird top hat.
Oh, okay.
He's a jazz guitarist.
Hey, are you flipping this the bird? What the heck?
What? Now the webcam's being crappy.
Well, it's autofocus. That's what it is. Mine does the same thing.
Joe Sample Carmel. jazz keyboardist.
Or is it caramel? See, we don't know the ending of the age. Caramel or caramel?
Oh, that's a good. Right here it says Carmel by the Sea, actually.
Oh, yeah, the Nestle River. Yes. Boxcar Willie too. I got a signed Boxcar Willie.
The Crusaders, ever heard of them? Joe Carmel was with this group, actually.
Yeah,
Joe Carmel,
with B.B. King and the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Jeez.
Interesting.
2 records in there.
Wow. Check your webcam settings. You can turn off the autofocus.
Oh, I'll have to do that. Yeah.
I probably should look at mine too. Oh, look, it's Maynard. Now, see, why couldn't, if Maynard Ferguson was alive, why couldn't he have performed with Maynard from Tool? That would have been such a, what a strange
Maynard and Maynard.
Yeah.
Yep. Zamfir rocks out. Oh, hi, Toby. You want to come up here, Toby?
Pat Metheny, the guitarist.
Excuse me 1 second. Cute kitty break.
Okay.
Yes. I know how much you guys love
He's
her.
cute kitty, yeah.
I love her too. She's out of heat though, kid, so I'm lucky I even have her here. What? What is it now?
Hey, kitty.
Look at your adoring public.
Hey,
love you. They love you, and I know you're a kid. Okay, all right. Do your thing. All right, I'm sorry. Back to you.
Hey, Mark. Here's a band called Stuff.
Now I've heard of Stuff, and they were they did an appearance on SNL back in the 70s.
Oh, really? I only came across. This is called More Stuff, their second album, I guess. Well, this one I got from someplace different in May, but
DJ Marino says Pat Metheny Off Ramp is an awesome record.
oh, cool. Yeah, John Marina.
I came across that the other day, seriously, at the Antique Mall, that exact album.
I like Herbie Hancock's music. Good keyboardist.
Yeah, as long as it's anything but Rocket. I could never stand that song.
I like the instrumental still, actually.
And thank you for showing all that stuff. Before I forget, Martin Magoo says, I have groundbreaking. You know what? You people are coming out way a lot today. You must be bored. And I said, you people, and coming out, considering it is June. Anyways, groundbreaking revelations. I just don't care for the song Rocket. That's all I'm saying. To me, I think it just got overexposed. George Duke.
That music video Rocket was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah. So to go to the last, I had a trilogy of Sly stuff. Let's play this last one from '86. He does a song for a soundtrack, and it's kind of strange, but that's the reason why we're playing it. The title of it is Eek A Bo Static Automatic. Say that 5 times fast when you're a little sloshed.
I remember that movie, Soul Man.
Yep, you people.
Yeah, I said touchdown, yeah. That's not me, that's someone else. I've never heard this song. Actually. Yeah.
I just thought the song was so odd. I had to play it. Yeah, George Clinton goes. That's right. Eek, ook, bing, bang, ring a ming ding dong, static automatic. All right, let's see here.
Is that,
Yeah, there's a future song.
Get what you got there.
Future
so
song.
that's the one with Rocket. On
Yep,
it.
it is.
I noticed some interesting things about this one. The bass player on here, Bill Laswell, he's done a lot of stuff with some like ambient artists and stuff. So I've actually got a Bill Laswell record back there. So he does some jazz and some fusion and some ambient type stuff too. But there's a drummer on here by the name of Sly Dunbar. I wonder if that's Ainsley Dunbar or relation. I don't know. I never looked it up, so I don't know. But it's the right time period. It's 1983.
That's 83. Yeah.
I don't know. I did, since you've got me big, I did come home with 9 new CDs today.
Okay, let's take a peeky.
Since you got me big. Let's see. All right, this is probably a bit more for the rock music fans in here, but Bang Tango's second album.
Oh,
cool.
Okay.
On Coles.
I used to have their first one.
Probably remember, Psycho Cafe was their first one.
Yes, I've got Psycho Cafe.
Bon Jovi's New Jersey.
Very cool.
I'm sorry.
This was a creepy. This was actually Columbia House. That little
some good songs on it, New Jersey.
Yeah, actually, this is his last really good one.
Exactly, Ron.
I'll give him that. I love busting his balls, but I'll give him that.
This is a Canadian technical death metal band. If you're familiar with the band Meshuggah, this is the band they most closely sound like, Divinity.
Huh.
I had never heard of them before this, but I liked the cover and I liked the band name, so I picked it up for a couple bucks.
I agree here. We get it, Richard, enough.
just give it up. Flotsam and Jessam's 4th album, Quattro.
I've got that.
This is around the time all the other thrash metal bands were changing, and they did too. So this is like their Black album, basically. I like this better than Metallica's Black album, actually.
Nice.
The Gathering, they're a Dutch band.
Hmm.
Kind of doomy. This one's a little bit more electronic, industrial kind of sounding. Home. This is from the 2006. This is a little bit more heavy. This is Immortal Souls. They're like Finnish melodic death metal band. So, but they're a Christian band. That's really the only reason I got them, because I don't listen to much death metal anymore. Brazilian thrash metal band called Overdose. They started around the same time as Sepultura. So they're one of the original Brazilian thrash metal bands. You'll know this one, Tesla. Their fourth album, Bust a Nut.
Oh, yeah.
There's like an hour and 10 minutes worth of music on here. I don't know why they had 14 songs on this one, but a little overdone. And then finally, Ugly Kid Joe's full-length debut. I found their first EP last week.
Marcus Lee Swan.
I love Ugly Kid Joe.
Yeah. So good stuff. That's it.
They were supposed to. I'm sorry. Hang on. Yeah, they're supposed to reunite, I guess, and maybe do a record. So that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm chatting with somebody on Messenger.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, Philosopher Just is a Peter Gabriel song.
What is? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't either. You know what, Martin? You're pissing me off. You really are.
That's one of the trolls, I'd say.
You're pissing me off. So you better cool it.
I guess that goes.
That's all I'm saying.
Actually, you know what's cool is I actually found it's hard to find the original cover of this, as the ugly as they want to be.
Oh yeah,
because the censored art, they cover the middle finger there.
Give it the finger. Oh yeah, okay.
I actually found the original of that, the first Ugly Kid Joe EP. So
agreed.
So, cool stuff.
See, don't have to worry about me. I don't get involved with the drama. I just want to talk records in studio.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck about all these fake shits. They just some of the ones that behave themselves are fine. It's the ones that misbehave that piss me off. So I won't put up with it. But yes, if I would love to see an appearance of somebody, even if it's brief. Hint. Anyways, but before we do that, there's a new feature that I'm going to try to do every so often. There's a book that I got that I read, and I've showed this before, and it's old. It's from '98, and it's called Beatles Undercover. And what it really is the Beatles. Most of the time after the Beatles broke up, okay, there's some of the stuff was when they were still together, with Apple artists. But basically what I call it is solo session spotlights. And so I've got a couple tunes, just 3 of them, 3 different ones. And that I kind of want to play because I think it's kind of interesting when these bands that you may not have heard of. And this first one, by the way, though, Ron, maybe you have heard of these guys. And if you haven't, then it'll be added to your list of Christian artists. Because in 1977, there was a band that had David Mansfield and T-Bone Burnett and Steve Scholz. And it was called the Alpha Band. And they cut an album on Arista. And before they ended up forming the band, they were part of the Bob Dylan's Rolling Thunder Revue. Well, they did an album called Spark in the Dark in 1977. And on a song called Born in Captivity, who conveniently happens to play drums? But they have a fabulous Ringo.
Oh, really?
Yes, check this out. Born in Captivity, September 1977, off Spark in the Dark.
Hey, I was born in September of '77. Nice.
See, there you
There you
go.
go.
Ta-da.
Cool.
I don't know who Charlie is, but Charlie's like, leave me out of this. I don't. Yeah. Unfortunately, once you land in the Psychoplatter, you're stuck in Psycho's platter. It's
Okay.
just like a bad roach motel. You what is it? Or the you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Anyways, I know that was
Welcome to the
horrible.
Hotel California.
Yes. So we go from September 77 to November 1985.
About that son of yours.
November 85. And I don't know, that was the year where there was a lot of charity type records. Okay, 84, 85 was like that.
Yeah.
US, We Are the World.
Band-Aid.
Okay? Band-Aid. Okay.
Artists United Against Apartheid.
How funny that's exactly what you bring up, because in November 1985, there was a big controversy. Now, I'm sparing you people from the 9.5-minute version. This is the 5-minute version. I didn't know they did 2 versions, but guess what? Our favorite Ringo happens to be on here along with Steve Van Zandt, Lou Reed, Bob Dylan, and a bunch of other, like up to 50 different artists. And somewhere for our jazz friend here, Miles Davis is in this.
Really?
Yeah.
Sun City?
Huh? Yeah.
Sun City song?
On Sun City. So.
Yeah, there's a lot. I don't remember all the different musicians on there, but a lot.
I don't want to play Sun City. 1985. Keith Talk Graham. Yeah, I think that's right. That's right. Keith Richards Talk Graham out of Going to Play at Sun City. So there you go.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about apartheid in Sun City back when that first song came out. Really,
what was it? I was 18, so it's like I just started, like, getting into world culture. Like investigating things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I didn't know that one, but there was the Ronnie James Dio one, the Hearing Aid. Ronnie James Dio.
Well, Hearing Aid, I think.
Right.
We're Stars. Yep. The We're Stars song. Yeah.
I came across that actually recently, but they wanted like too much. This guy had some metal albums that I would have loved to have had, but I'm just sitting here and I'm like, just because it's a metal album doesn't necessarily mean you can quadruple charge what normally you would pay.
It's crazy. That's why I started collecting CDs again, because the record prices are out of control. So
about Jim Gordon is I actually knew somebody that worked in the same psychiatric ward in California that Gordon was in. He actually, I could say this, unfortunately, my friend has passed, so I don't think she really cares if I bring this up. But I don't know where in California. I want to say southern half. Okay, that he was in the mental place, and only 1 year did they go off and manage to coax Jim to get behind the drum kit for a talent show that they did in the place. And that was the last time I'm told that he ever played drums. So there. But that's right. He murdered his mother. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, I'm telling you. What a you trolls have got nothing better to fucking do today. I don't know. Why me? Why me? I don't know. But anyways, that's the Beatle trilogy here, but
Jesus.
Just away. See, you missed Gen 2. I know. Bingo for the sound.
Thank God I got that settled. So I'm just like, I don't know. I haven't used this webcam yet.
Okay.
The mime show. The mime show.
And this is the last time I'm going to say anything about this to anybody out there, because I shouldn't have to fucking explain myself, but I'm just going to do it just this once. I'm the one that asked her to come on. This has been a process. Okay, and I understand.
It
So
has.
there, my Mister. End of discussion.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me.
It wasn't me trying to weasel my way back. I mean,
Yeah,
even
no,
what
it's
they're all
not.
saying, it's like,
It's
no,
not Jen the Mime Show. She
No.
fixed it. Yeah, see, everybody's Miss Jen. See, that's right.
except a couple people, but
Well, that's all right. But
those couple
so
people don't matter.
exactly.
That's right.
So
They
in the
don't know
first
what they're
part,
missing.
Radioactive. Let me get my damn notes here. Hang
Pat
on.
Travers, yeah.
Pat
I have
Travers. I
that.
get to see him on
Yeah.
Saturday. I get to go see him. I know. Here's the front. Here's the back.
Yeah.
Okay. This year's from summer of '81. Nothing fancy. He was on Polydor from 1976 to 1984.
Yeah.
On here, basically the band was him, Peter Mars Cowling, Sandy Girano, Michael Shree from Santana. He was on this one too, and special guest Pat Thrall and Tommy Aldridge, back to the glory years, so to speak. But for this one here, I thought I would go off and play.
Real quick, you know who
Yes.
played with him before in the late 70s? Little known drummer from Iron Maiden, Nico McBrain.
Nico McBrain, that's
Oh, really?
right.
Cool.
That is absolutely right. He got his chops from that.
That's right. And then he played with Trust after that, and then Iron Maiden.
And see, I'll tell you, I would love to hear the Trust stuff. All right. This one here called New Age Music. That's right.
Wow.
There you go. Some Pat
That's great
Travers.
soloing right there.
So get this though, Dave's going to be a little interested into this, but before I tell my little story, what you got there?
Well, you mentioned Michael Shreve, and I had to pull this out. Do you have this album? HSAS?
I've heard of that one.
Sammy Hagar?
I've never had that.
Sammy Hagar is on it.
This is my favorite thing Sammy Hagar has ever sang on. It's Sammy Hagar, Neil Sean, Kenny Aronson, and Michael Shreve. And they look like a new wave band, but this is more hard rock. But they kind of look new wave there.
I haven't come across that album yet.
Wow.
Like Sammy Hagar.
I heard there's a live version of this album too that I would love to get, but this is killer. This is from 1984, so it's the same year Sammy did his VOA album.
Mm.
I remember.
So he was massive this year in 1984 because, But they do a killer cover of Whiter Shade of Pale on here as well.
Huh.
Just a killer record.
Wow.
You got to find that. You could probably find it cheap still.
Yeah. I mean, just the handful of times I've come across it, it's just been stomped on by an elephant. So with the Travers show on Saturday, he usually does the power trio thing. The funny part about it is who the bass player is for this tour. David Pastoris, if I'm pronouncing that right.
You are.
Jocko's nephew.
Oh, Jocko from Weather Report.
Now, what I didn't know was that, other than explaining that he performed and collaborated with Tech Nine, of all people. So I thought that's kind of funny that like his uncle, he can swing the music spectrum all over the place. So to go from Tech Nine to Pat Travers, but I'm like, so I think this is gonna be a damn good show. And the venue that it's being held at only can hold about 250, 300 people tops. So it's general admission. So it's called me and Donna Joe Cat Lady will get there early. I'll have to be the nerd. Bring my vinyl, hopefully, to get signed. I've got a few things. I'll be maybe showing some more later in the weekend.
He's pretty cool about signing stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Good.
I just wanted to ask Paul, what kind of music is Tech Nine band?
Rap.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't know. Cool.
Let's see here. Oh, got that. Says he got that on cassette. Chris says for the HSAS. Got that album too. Love Jocko. Yes. I think there's supposed to be an interesting documentary on Jocko, which I would love to watch sometime. I'm trying to remember. I mean, I know that his ending was not quite well, but there was some band that he auditioned for. It would have been a surprise. I wish the name is escaping me right now, which is sad.
Jim Morrissey?
What? Yeah, Jim Morrissey was on way earlier today, and I don't understand that about what Morrissey here is asking.
Like I reviewed that album a while back. That's the only connection I have to that. I wouldn't say I'm an expert or anything.
So let's see. We go from Radioactive. This will be probably this is gonna be way too easy for everybody.
Police.
You know, this was the first Police album I ever bought, brand new. Okay, this came out in October '81, so I just turned 14 years old and got this damn thing. Of course, you know, with MTV, Spirits in the Material World, Invisible Sun, Everything She Does Is Magic, Demolition Man.
Yeah.
You know, the whole side one, you know, is
Pretty good,
really good.
Good.
Oh yeah, hang on. Oh, that's a kind of a strange little sleeve. I don't know what the heck it's supposed to mean, but I guess just Ghosts in the Machine, right?
Yeah.
So I decided I wasn't going to play any of those because those get played a lot. Although I will say, probably my favorite out of all of those would be Spirits in the Material World. I've always liked one, but and it still holds true today too. Hang on a minute. I still want to see Wyoming. Oh, will you shut up about this?
I don't have a turquoise.
It doesn't have a turquoise. I'm getting rid of that. I'm annoyed on that. Yeah, I love that. It's really sad that they only did 5 albums, but I read an interesting article about basically We're All Lucky Synchronicity got done. That's the story that I've heard. And I'm just like, you know, they all couldn't be in the same room together. It was just really, really strange. So basically, I want to present one that really doesn't get played that often. And it's also the last song I've got in my queue here. Secret Journey. Yes, it was the last single. I'm telling you. Look who's got, see?
I got across a rummy shell.
Oh, a Super Disc from Nautilus.
It plays pretty good for now. I think a lot of Nautilus ones sound good. I mean, I have too many, but yeah.
Nice.
Has the same cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just as like
see, I didn't know they did a Nautilus version of that.
Now you do.
Nice. Nice. What you got
Fripp, but I've actually got his Exposure album.
I've never heard.
I've only listened to it once. I wasn't too crazy about it. I'll probably go back to it. This is from '79 on the Polydor label.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that like electronic out? I don't know what kind of music.
I think so. He's got a lot of guests. He's got Phil Collins playing on here.
I've never heard that.
Oh, okay.
It was part of this is like the 3rd album in a trilogy, I guess he was doing.
Yeah.
Or a trilogy of some other albums that was being produced at the time. But as he mentions Daryl Hall's solo album, Sacred Songs, and Peter Gabriel too.
I heard Robert Fripp, someone produced Sacred Songs. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
because what is it? I know Donna wants to get all the King Crimson, and I think he did some work with Brian Eno, right?
Yeah, he's on this actually. He's on.
Oh, okay. So I told her, I said, you're going down a big rabbit hole on this one here. In regards to Police, Brian goes, the notions of quitting because you did it all. of not being able to get any bigger is pretty interesting. After a Wembley or a Candlestick, where do we go from here? Well, yeah, it's just I really kind of wish that they would have closed out something better than Don't Stand So Close to Me, the 86 mix, because I hate that damn thing.
I remember that one, yeah.
Yes. And Beetle Babe is back. Fact, yes. We missed her, damn it. Definitely. There's 2 Fripp Eno albums that delve into tape looping. Oh, okay.
Brian
You know, I'm trying to think. The only time that I remember anything about tape looping. All right, what the hell? I lied. I'm gonna play one more. But it's because we brought up tape looping. So this song that I'm gonna set up here. Some of you people, this might make them leave the room. To tell you the honest truth, what I'm going to play here. The Police #2 trio after Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Yeah, that's fair.
Hey,
Hi, Tony, how you doing? Yes. I'm telling you, we missed her. So the first time that I've ever really heard a tape loop per se, this song that I'm going to play has one of those. Of course, there almost is litigation about this. Oh, God. So, 1970, Apple Records. There is a Threedle song. Okay? Yes. So you've got John and Ringo are there. George was noodling around on a guitar. And he leaves. And they're like, you know what? We're going to go and use this. And oh boy. And then for our jazz person here, the ending has Ornette Coleman. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's one guy that I don't know what Ornette Coleman sounds like, but I've heard people talk about him.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have to run, please single file. We don't want a mass evac. Ladies and gentlemen, oh boy. Yoko Ono's Greenfield Morning, I pushed a empty baby carriage.
What?
What?
Baby carriage always.
Remember, this is a Threedles track with Yoko. Oh, not the ketchup song. Yes, it is. Yes, I think we're all glad she's here. Yes, I know. I have to clean up every episode afterwards. I've heard of the album. I have not heard it. Yeah. I warned you. I did warn you guys. Oh, here we go.
I mean, do we get the warning? Is she gonna start her screechy thing, or is it just like this the whole way?
No, it's just like this. It
Okay,
doesn't go any farther than this.
I can handle this.
I think it's Claude's Foreman on bass too.
You might be the only person ever to have popped to this song.
Now, if you guys play this at loud decibels, wherever you live, if you have any cockroaches or rats, you will immediately leave. You're welcome.
Would it make the dogs howl, Paul?
Yes.
Possibly.
You got me on that one, Christian.
This kind of look like a certain
In
Neil
fact, I
Young.
can picture the face and all.
Good drumming.
Yeah, well, Ringo's doing a good job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, just that loop of just those couple notes of Georgia in and all around the place. You know, after a little while, it actually gets a little hypnotic because it's just, I think, like early trance. I suppose if you probably took the brown acid or mushroom, you probably, yeah.
I imagine if you're high, this hits very different. I imagine it would clear things out pretty fast.
Yeah.
Is that the same tape loop of a bird from Across the Universe?
You know, that I don't know.
It sounds identical.
Wow. The pain's almost over, kids. Yes, Ron's reading the Bible because this is so bad. I don't blame him.
I pulled out the King James version too.
Yeah, extra special. The extra.
The roasted tomatoes on here.
It was an experience.
Yeah, different.
It might actually not be that bad if they pulled out everything except the bass.
Bass, yeah.
See, and I mean, when I brought up, when I toughed through those first couple of Yoko Ono albums and listened all the way up to, oh God, what was it? Season of Glass. That's as far as I got. And I said,
Further than I ever went.
She stopped the screeching, though, like around 73, 74. She stopped doing that nonsense and actually tried to be, I don't want to say normal, but, you know, I mean, but that track there, it could have been a heck of a lot worse. She could have been overmodulating more all over the place, and it was just very subtle and in and out. And, you know, I thought it was, but
I mean, maybe she stopped the primal scream therapy thing by then, so maybe that has a lot to do with it.
Oh, so yes, he needed the power of Christ to protect him from this Yoko Ono track. Will you stop? You're gone too. I've had it with this.
We all know who's behind that one.
Yes, it's definitely the same bird.
Okay. I was pretty sure. I was like, I know what I heard.
Rob read Revelations because we're going to get raptured. That's part of the sign in the Bible that would play Yoko Ono get you.
I'm pretty sure that song postponed the rapture. Damn. Even Jesus is like, I'm going to wait to come back. Just
I'm done. God, look, he played Yoko Ono. I got to wait
a while. You need that meme of Jesus with the flood it again.
Oh man. So yeah, see, tape loop there. There's an early example of tape loop. That's why I played that. We've been all over the place in this broadcast, from Sly Stone to Beatle related stuff, to course extra bonus Beatle related stuff, to spiritual breadman people and radioactivity and it's on a secret journey for all that other stuff. Well, you know what? For you, I will send you all the Yoko Ono records that I can find, and even including Star Piece. Somehow I'm picturing this, except you don't hear the word, like there's a hallelujah chorus, but he's just like, oh man. I really didn't have anything else. That was anybody else want to talk about anything for a few minutes? Because I mean, we're almost at 2 hours. I thought we'd go till 2 hours and then cut this. I know, usually I'm prepared. I got all this stuff, but I'm like, oops.
I mean, between that, we kind of got thrown by the deluge of trolls, to be fair. So
yeah, well,
yeah,
it's all right. I think I can handle it. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. It's not my first rodeo. We've done what is it? 14 years, over 900 of these things, and May what's this? May Ping Pang. What? May Ping Pang.
You've been listening to Ray too much.
Yeah. Oh, God. I was kind of hoping that May Pang would have come to Northwest Arkansas with her, because we do have an art gallery or two around here. But when I found out that she went to Oklahoma City, that's why I mentioned it to Jeff Kendall, because I'm like, wow, I would have loved to have met May. I just hear she's a very sweet lady.
That's what I've heard too. I've never met her personally, but I've heard that she is.
I just think that it's cool that, what was it? The first time I think that I remember catching that name before knowing about the Lost Weekend stuff that with Lennon was in the Badfinger book that I've got. I didn't know that she knew them too, so I was just like, wow, hey.
She just got all incorporated all over the place, didn't she?
Exactly. Hey, anyone here from Rachel? Yeah, she was on Sunday.
Yeah.
Live show Sunday morning.
Yeah, she was on, right, same time as me. Well, no, wait a minute. No, I didn't do last Sunday. My bad.
Jason Rojas has a show Sunday morning too. But I was gone.
That's right. Yes.
I was gone. I had to miss Irwin's show Sunday mornings. I had to miss.
But
let's just say all hell broke loose at Rachel's.
Yeah.
I replayed some of it. I'll say I replayed some of her show. That's all.
Oh, here's one. This is a new one for me. Joni Snitchell.
Joni Snitchell.
That's Joni Mitchell's. Yeah, twice removed. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, quit giving Jason Rojas a hard time. Jeez.
and Satan Rojas.
Yeah.
Since he's down there in hell. Playing all those hot jabs. But yeah, but yeah, you know what? I mean, I don't know. Just like I said, I just want everything to work out, and I think it will. I really do. I'm not bullshitting about any of this. I think it'll work out just fine. After 9 hours, finally having this printing job all goodly to go, very painful, like a hemorrhoid removed. Youch. Oh, jeez.
Bad mental image.
Jason deserves a free pass, says Joni Snitchell. Why immediately does help me come into my mind?
I think I'm following.
I don't like Joni Mitchell. I'm sorry. If I could go back in time, I would go to the moment that she sang Big Yellow Taxi.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Punch her in the throat so that it never existed, especially that ending of her going, ha ha ha, yeah, that would have been the end of that. I'm like, nope, you're not cute. You're not even being cute.
Not too cute.
The Pissing on Summer Lawns, Joni Mitchell.
It's pissing, actually.
She was aight. I think Help Me is about the closest I could tolerate Joni. And I think it's more because of the instrumentation of that song. I just like the way it goes.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, what is it? 2/3 of Crosby, Stills, Nash had a thing for Joni. I don't know. I don't see it, people. I'm sorry. Maybe I needed to smoke stuff and be a hippie. I must have missed it somewhere.
Even with that, I don't think it would make the difference.
I have almost all of her album.
Cool.
Didn't she do some jazz type album? I think.
We could Google
Dang.
it.
Album called Mingus.
Oh, on
Mingus.
Charlie Mingus. Huh?
Yeah, that was her tribute to Charlie Mingus. Yeah, I used to have that.
I'm trying to think here. Is there anything else I would show? Show it.
Hey,
Oh,
Paul.
okay.
Oh.
Yes, sir. No, go ahead.
I got his Mumford and Sons latest album I bought.
Mumford and Sons.
Yeah, Rushmere. It's not bad. I like some of the earlier albums better, but this one's not too bad. No really big hit singles, but yeah. You know, they're kind of English folkish band.
Well, that's cool.
Mumford and Sons, yeah.
Yeah, hang on a second, because now I've just been. Let me pull this up. One of my favorite songs from this 70s band. Don't get me wrong. I like iced tea, but not from Lipton. This looks like Jelly Roll's second cousin removed.
Oh, the country singer Jelly Roll, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
He has a good voice, so.
So John brought up, does a great original, This Flight Tonight. Trust me, Joni complete yipes.
Trifecta, what?
Crosby, Stills, and Nash. She had a Marrakesh Express done with her. Oh, I can't believe that even came out of my mouth. That's what never mind. Oh God, that just went way south everywhere. I'm sorry. Ricky Lee Jones, Chucky should love. Anyways, This Flight Tonight. Well, there's only one version of This Flight Tonight that I really like. And it's this one. That's right. I always liked that version. I've heard Joni's, but no, Nazareth is always good. What you got there, Ron? Oop.
Oh,
Right,
my
Gotcha.
Nazareth collection.
Oh, cool. I got 3 other albums.
I wanted to see where my collection stopped, and it stops at Sound Elixir 83.
That's the last US album until 91.
Yeah. And even by this point, there was still only 2 original guys left. You got Dan McCafferty and Peter Agnew.
Dan McCaffrey.
Yeah.
It's not a bad album. It's just
Razmanaz.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Rampant.
Yep.
Hair of the Dog.
Hair of the Dog.
Good one.
Changing Times
I know
is
that
one
one.
of the best 70s songs ever.
Mm.
Changing Times
like
is awesome.
Please Don't Judas Me off that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close enough for rock and roll.
Close enough.
Playing the game.
I have that one.
This cover, that is an awesome cover. But the album just doesn't stand up to it.
Isn't
That's
that Frazetta?
That's Frazetta, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's Frank Frazetta.
Yes.
We got No Mean City,
I have that No Mean City one too.
The Full Circle, which
Strange
is
album cover.
gotta be
Just-
one of the It's a horse dolphin kind of.
You get Sal Clemenson and John Locke from Spirit end up for like that album and the next album.
Yeah.
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 No.
The Malice in Wonderland.
I've got that. I always like that one.
That's I love that name. I love that cover too. That's what's on fire over there. That's Billy. That's little Billy. We threw him in the fire. 2XS,
Yep. My Love Leads to Madness.
and then finally Sound Elixir. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't get enough love, Sound Elixir. I thought there was some good stuff up there. Any Redbone. Come and get your love.
I used to have that record. I gave it away.
You know, anytime I ever hear that song, though, okay, have any of you guys that had Netflix ever watched F is for Family?
Yes.
Now I got to admit,
I always associate that song with it now.
exactly, but I only ever saw the first 2 seasons. If there was
Oh,
more
I
than
watched
that,
the
I am
whole thing.
behind.
Oh yeah, watch the whole thing. It's actually really good.
I love those Bill Burr. Oh my God, that whole thing. Going to work, and I feel like I always am popping on them off. But I want to say hey to you guys and BB and me, Ron.
Oh.
It's always good to see you. Gabe's Bill. I had the 45. Yes, it's a great album. Expect no mercy.
Yeah.
Can I pop on for? Yes, you can pop on for 5. I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I thought I had enough coffee. There is no such thing.
I think I'm subbed to him too. I just haven't watched any of his stuff yet.
Which Queen of New Orleans? What a gem.
Yeah, I heard that one. Which Queen?
Actually, you do, don't you? Yeah, 'cause you do. She's done it
Not very
previously
well,
in some
but
of her videos. I remember that video that we played was like one of your earliest videos.
Well, that was a YouTube video, and I think you played, but it got you in trouble, and I was really surprised by that. So I was like,
Yeah, but you-
really? It didn't even give me shit for posting the original video, but what did? Oh no.
You worried too much back then. It was cute. Oh, let's see. And here he is.
Just back then, I still worry too much now.
Of the Orient, ladies and gentlemen. He's riding his bike.
Ah. Hey.
It's
Can you
Tokyo.
guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why would we lie about this?
I'm going to work, but I just have you guys on the headphones, and the people at the bus stop are staring at me because they're watching a guy riding past them on a motorcycle talking to himself. Are you guys good? Beetle, nice to see you. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you. Happy to see you too, Dave, and
Hey,
Paul
Brian.
and Ron. I don't know if we've met before.
Yes,
I'm not
nice to
sure.
meet you.
Yes.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Sorry to do this. Let me pull over and just pull over for a second. Yeah. But yeah, what a trip. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's midweek, it's hump day, right? We're like it's halfway through the week almost.
Yeah.
He was here earlier.
He was here.
Raising hell. You missed it.
Did I miss something crazy happen? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Trolls,
okay,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, we had a lot of trolls. I snippied a few of them out of there.
Oh, bummer. Yeah, man. You know, it's my thing with trolls is like I even to say this much is like against my policy. I just kind of prefer and like take a great delight in like just ignoring them completely.
I tried it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
hard,
some
but-
trolls, but not all of them.
Yeah, but this one I
Yeah.
think was actually him though that was acting up today. So it's just like, really?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just not worth my time. Or I have so little time and energy to do the things that I love and care about and talk to the people I really want to talk to. But I don't want to waste
Right.
1 second on anybody who doesn't want to like share in that same vibe. Anyway, that's why I'm talking to you guys. I'm very happy to talk to you guys. Yeah. So let's see. You guys are playing Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell's a babe. What are you kidding? Are you talking about? She's a super babe. Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh boy. Okay. All
And
right.
what else? That Sammy Hagar thing. I listened to Montrose for the first time. That's kind
Yeah.
of your guys' era. That was.
Yeah.
I never heard that record before. That was awesome. That was a while back. I heard that.
Those first 2 Montrose records are amazing. Yeah.
Then after Simon
What
left.
And then what else were you talking? Oh, the Police. Yeah, I have. Yeah, what? There's only 5 records in their discography, right? It's not a very big
Yeah.
discography,
Yeah.
but you can imagine like the Beatles. You know, so they're like they can't even play. they can't even like hear themselves play. They're like, what's the point? You know, like what's the point? And I think it would be like an interesting problem to like have to be like play the biggest stadiums in the world and then be like, okay, what do we do next? Like, where do we go from here? I mean, I can relate to like and the other thing is that, you know, you listen to those few Andy Summers songs and Stuart Copeland songs on the first few. Do you remember what they are? But they're kind of the most awful songs on the records. They're fun, but does anybody remember what they are? One of them's like I don't know. They're pretty bad. And you can imagine like going to go meet up with your band and having like tons of musical talent, you know, like tons of musical virtuosity, and like your songs don't even like come close to the other guy in the band. I can see how it would, you know, be a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they figured go out on top rather than like slowly decline.
Yeah, for sure. Which is not a maybe bad move, you know? Like lightning in a bottle. Like how many times can you catch that? I think a lot of the band, you look at it like a U2 or a Coldplay or, I mean, even kind of like the Rolling Stones in a way. You know, you know, you look at them compared to the Police who just were bigger than a flash in a pan, you know? I don't know if I would want to hear like what a Police record would be 20 years later or
I don't know either.
20 records down the line, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I still say, though, as many greatest hits that they've thrown out for them, you mean to tell me they can't at least get in the same room for a song or two?
Really?
I just want to hear.
Just a little bit, a little taste.
Yeah, one or two songs. That's it. New ones.
If you go listen to Stuart Copeland on like he's kind of out there. He's kind of an outspoken. He's out on the inner tubes a lot. He's quite a hammy dude. You know, like his story. His father was like in the CIA, and they lived in like Beirut, and his brother, like his brother was a big promoter who like handled a bunch of famous bands that you know. Were you guys talking about this already? Sorry if I missed it. You don't know this?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah. His brother was like Miles Copeland. He's
I think I've heard of Miles. I think I've heard.
Yeah, I think that's his name. But they were crazy dudes and like crazy like feral children. These like 7 brothers or something like that. And if you see Stuart Copeland like on camera, he's just a riot. The guy's just like one zinger after another, and they actually went to band therapy at one point. And I think years later, like after they were trying to like basically what you were saying, Paul, like get back in a room together, and they had to like sort out what they did, and they all kind of like grew up and we're like, okay, we get it. We don't have the golden touch that Sting has to write old Stingo, you know? And he talks about how like it's really fun to get back together. And whenever he does, they're playing some song, and Sting will look over him and like give him a side eye, like, "What the fuck are you playing, dude?"
Oh, really?
And Sting is so like perfect pitch kind of guy, and perfect tempo kind of guy, that if you're like one step ahead or behind, he's calling you out on it. And Stuart Copeland, who can't like read charts or who doesn't know, you know, how to like, he's just a very feely guy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a hilarious like interaction between the two of them where they're playing like "Message in a Bottle" or something. They're playing some classic hit, and Sting looks over at Copeland after he does this crazy like time fill, and he's like, "That drum fill is gonna be on the in a jokingly way. It's gonna be in the. They're gonna write essays about that drum solo in Drum Magazine. So you just stop looking at me, man. I'm telling you." And Sting's like, "Yeah, if they're gonna write an article about playing in 9 time or something like this." There's a funny little interaction that's out there on the web that you can watch them go back and forth. Man, you guys are like, I'm trying to inject some enthusiasm into the stream. You guys are like, what's the deal?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's been a weird day.
Yeah.
It sounds like it. It sounds like, well, it's rainy, man. It's a Wednesday. It's a hump. Maybe you're I'm over
We
the
got-
hump. That's the deal. I'm basically over it. You guys are still climbing up the hump. So,
We got up to 80 some degrees today here in Wyoming.
oh
Nice.
man. Okay, that
Trying
sounds
to get
nice.
warm here, yeah.
I'm
Well, let's
seasonably
see.
cold here.
Beetle Babe, you're in you're in California, right? There's a
hmm
lot going. There are fires this summer. Is it like is that already happening? Not yet.
Not well. Technically, I mean the land near the lake near us has already gone up twice this year. So I mean, technically, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm
But
gonna
it's not
get.
like the full fire season like Napa or anything yet.
Isn't it? It's so weird that we talk about like fire season, like it's a normal thing. It's like when
Well,
the
in
tulips
California, it
come,
happens every damn
It's like,
year.
I know it's crazy. It's riot season.
I
all
guess
the
it's
year.
That's
not
nowhere
any.
near me. Thank
It's a
God. That's way down south. So
I guess it's not any
riot
crazier than hurricane season down here in Florida because we just
Yeah, we
entered
have
that.
tornado season in Oklahoma. That's my
Yeah.
hometown. Yeah. Ron, where in the world are you?
I'm in Florida.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave, in Wyoming, Dave, did you do a big move yet? I think I remember hearing you were doing a move at some point.
Maybe in September.
Okay, are you going to retain Wyoming Dave, or are you going to change it to like Florida Dave or Michigan Dave or wherever you're going?
It'll be Wisconsin Day if I do change my name.
Okay, Wisconsin Dave. You can still be W Dave. W Dave.
Yeah,
All
sticking
right.
with the
Well,
W names. There.
Yeah.
Paul,
WD.
thanks for letting me up. I'm gonna get on. I'm late as usual. 18 minutes late. I gotta boogie
Sorry,
on.
you can
But I
blame
wanted.
me.
No. I just wanted to come say hi. I hadn't seen Beetle Babe in quite a long time, and I wanted to say I don't know if you've been
Damn it,
gone or
James,
what
I'm
the
so
story is,
sorry.
but
I have
welcome
them.
back. Nice to
Thank
see
you.
you. Hope to see you around.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Take it easy, Brian.
Be careful. Be safe.
Yeah, you guys too.
Thank
You
you.
guys too. We say rubber side down.
Rubber side down. Cool.
Rubber side down. That means don't crash. Rubber side down.
I was gonna say most pregnancies happen the other way. Anyways,
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
See,
Bye.
Our jewel of the
80
Orient.
degrees there. Or like
100.
56
Oh God,
here.
100 degrees. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how am I the one in California? It's 54 out. Like, come on now.
Tourist season at the Jersey Shore. Snooky smush smush. See, now, I believe it or not, James, I was going to say that before you said I thought it was duck season or wabbit season. See, that to that. Oh, stop.
Ooh.
I love a lot of people here, Fred, even you. He's a good egg. Anyway.
Well, when the hurricanes hit, it's duck season in Florida. We're ducking stop signs, animals, cars.
If you go a little further north, I heard they have like quarter-sized hail in California. We never get that
Oh
here.
my gosh.
And I'm just like, what is going on with the weather?
Well, I know Bill K's up in Northern California. I know.
He's more north than I am, so.
Like I said, supposedly I have relatives in
I don't
Redding or
have-
Hoopa or whatever. In the, what do they call that? The Northern Triangle, the green triangle of where all
I
the
know
good,
what you speak.
yes, of all the good Kush, I guess. I don't know. He doesn't talk to me. I'm blocked for some reason on his channel. I'm used to being whatever. Will you stop about the damn turquoise?
There.
I have a US version of
So tired.
Jody Snitchell. Help me. It's 83 right now.
Well,
It's
you're more inland, though. But hey, that's how I got my dog, though, was Sacramento.
VC weather. It's 83 degrees right now in Sacramento. All right, guys. You know what? All of you guys on panel and out there that you guys are good sports. Most of you. I had to get rid of a couple of you. I didn't want to do it, but hey, I'm not going to put up with a lot of shit. I won't do it.
Now.
Let's see.
Sometimes you gotta lay down the law.
Yep.
5 hours north. Redding is 120 miles away. Hoopa is 60 miles away. I probably could go for a hot glazed donut right now to tell you that. And a chalky milk, yeah. And I'll just go have some more coffee. That'll work for me.
Not at 9:30 at night. No, not for me.
And you know what, Chris? You're right. It is record chewing time again. I want to thank everybody for being on panel here, and hopefully Brian gets safely to his place. Beetle Babe, thanks for coming on up. Like I said, continued prayers for both of us.
you.
I already brought that up earlier. And Ron and Dave, thanks very much.
Sure.
We'll do this again probably now next week. I'm hoping to do 2 shows next week. And after that, I'm hoping to bring back Jukebox from Hell from its little break. So there'll be more Psycho to go around. That's for sure. But like I said, always proud of my coffee each and every time. I love you people out there. And always remember this important fact.
Psycho's Platters is a Love Peace production.